It's Future Friday, and the future is looking bright with Leo Carlsson. That and much more on this episode of Locked On Anaheim Ducks.
You're Locked On Ducks, your daily podcast on the Anaheim Ducks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome, everydayers. Thanks for making Locked On Anaheim Ducks your first listen every day, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get $200 in bonus bets, but if your first $5 bet wins. I'm Kyle Carr, and I'm a lifelong Anaheim Ducks fan, and I've been covering college sports for multiple years, including college hockey. But today, we're talking Anaheim Ducks. We got to talk about the comeback that occurred last night at the Honda Center Friday, and then we're going to get into the future Fridays, looking at how things are going in the prospect pool, and then going to look at the week ahead. So first off, looking at last night, Friday's comeback win. I thought they were down and out. It was looking a little rough. The beginning of the game, the Ducks had all the offensive opportunities, but the Rangers got a little lucky with a couple bounces and little defensive breakdowns. The Ducks had about 5 shots on goal. They were completely hemming in the Rangers, and then a weird bounce, and Adam Fox gets the first goal of the game on the Rangers' second shot of the game. Just a little unfortunate there. But like I said, the Ducks were bringing it. They were bringing in the heat. It looked like they were hemming in the Rangers most of the game. They were making up offensive opportunities. They were joining on the rush. It was looking really well. Unfortunately, that first goal did come off of a failed power play attempt by Anaheim. They did not score a power play goal throughout the entire game. It continues to struggle. However, they did get the tying goal at the beginning of the game on a shorthanded goal. Last game, it was a shorty from Killorn to Carlsson, and this night it was a shorty from Carlsson to Killorn. So it was really good to see. They've gotten now 2 shorthanded goals in their last 2 games. They literally had 1 shorthanded goal for the first 70 games of the season, and now they've got 2 in the last 2. So that's definitely a little bright spot for the Ducks. Fortunately, right after the tying goal, New York comes back, takes the lead again off a defensive breakdown. JT Miller with a beauty of a backhand makes it 2-1 late in the first. And then right off the hop of the start of the second, Rangers come out. Lafreniere takes advantage of an unfortunate turnover. As Strome tried to backhand it up the boards, it goes right to Lafreniere, and he just roofs a nice, beautiful goal against Dostal. So it looks like, the Ducks are out 3-1 right off the beginning. The rest of the second, though, goes without any action, really. It was a little back and forth. Shot count got up to about 20 per side, but no goals. Then we get into the third, and this is when the comeback begins for the Ducks. Carlsson starts it off with a beauty of a play. He gets just an amazing snipe. He enters the zone. It looks like he was about to lose it. Pokes the puck off the defensive stick, enters the zone, and he uses the New York defender as a screen and just gets a beauty of a snipe right on the left corner. So definitely good to see Carlsson get that. Then looks like, oh no, here come the Rangers with a Zibanejad one-timer off the power play. So the Ducks now have given up a power play goal in pretty much every game in the last 10. So we got to watch out for that as well. But 4-2, Ducks are not to be deterred. They continue the push, and eventually they finally come back. Lacombe on the rush gives a back pass to Carlsson, and then the rebound off of Carlsson's shot goes right to Cutter Gauthier, which gives them an easy tap in, and that makes the game 4-3. Then looking down at the last 2 minutes of the game, the Rangers are on a power play. They're looking at the Ducks. Are they going to pull the goaltender? What's going to happen once the power play ends? The power play ends. The Ducks break it down. They start rushing up, and right as Zell comes out of the box, the forwards or the penalty kill unit goes down, completely shuts it down. They get a shot on net, and move the puck from Carlsson to Minchikov, and then Minchikov gives a little back pass to Zellweger, who's the trailer, and he gets one right over Shesterkin's head, ties the game just with under 2 minutes of playtime left, and then it's off to OT. OT, just another beautiful display by the kids, passing the puck around. You got Cutter Goche and Jackson Lacombe and Mason McTavish out on the ice. Lacombe and Goche, they start playing a little pass back and forth game, little keep away, and McTavish sneaks down below just right in front of Shesterkin, and Lacombe puts it on his stick. They get a massive OT win. You could see it on McTavish's face, get just completely elated with that winner. That is his second OT winner in his career, and that gave McTavish his 20th goal on the season, his first 20-goal season of his career. So McTavish is definitely feeling it right now. He's got the energy. Things are looking up right now for Anaheim with all these young forwards. But Leo Carlsson, first 4-point game of his career. He was absolutely on fire, continued to lead the charge. He is definitely getting up there in his confidence, and you could just see it just vibrating off of him. And same with Cutter Goche. Those two with Killorn have been outstanding. So great to see that the youth is coming alive out here in Anaheim. Speaking of youth, we got to take a look at our Futures Friday and what is going on down in San Diego and some of our other prospects. So stay tuned after this. We'll get into Futures Friday. March Madness is here, and FanDuel is giving you the chance to get in on the action like never before. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. That's 200 extra bucks to use on everything from buzzer beaters to Cinderella stories and even who is cutting down the nets. With March Madness going on, there's a lot of crazy stuff. You got March Madness, you got the Frozen Four with hockey, you've got all these college sports going on, and FanDuel is the place to go to look at what is going on, keep track of the games, place some bets, stay in tune, look at who's making the comebacks, and make some big bucks, make that extra cash. So visit fanduel.com and get in on the college hoops action all tournament long. And we're back for a little bit of Futures Friday. Things are looking pretty bright in Anaheim and also down in San Diego as they've been on a bit of a win streak here. They win their Wednesday game against the San Jose Barracuda in overtime. The one who scored that goal, Carson Twarynski. He's been on fire lately. He scores the OT winner, and he gets an assist from Yegor Sidorov and Stan Solberg. So Stolberg now has 2 points in the AHL in 4 games. So he's starting to get his groove as a defenseman out there. And then the man, Ian Moore, on Friday, he came out here from college, just got out of there from Harvard. He stands his first amateur contract with the Gulls, and now he's out here getting points. He gets his first goal on Friday to start the scoring for the Gulls with a nice ripper all the way from the blue line, little back and forth. He finally gets it through traffic, just a beauty of a goal. So he's got now 3 points in 4 games with the Gulls. So good to see he's starting to get his groove as well. All these young guys coming in and just stepping up. But the man, the myth, the legend for the Gulls this year, Tristan Luneau. He has been an absolute firecracker on the defense. He is now 48 points as he scored the second goal for San Diego. They did come out with a 4-1 win over the Roadrunners. So again, Tristan Luneau just absolutely on fire right now. He is 7 assists away from breaking Brandon Montour's record as a defenseman. So let's see if he can get that in the few remaining games that San Diego has. Just love seeing the offense come from the kid, and another player that when he finally comes up and gets a lot of playtime with Anaheim, I'm sure he's just going to kick right in. So it'll be interesting to see how the offseason goes with the moves, with the veterans that the team has, because you do want a veteran presence, but also we want to make room for these guys that are starting to light it up. San Diego, for the next few games, they're going to be at home. They have the Calgary Wranglers coming into town on Saturday, so today, and then the Abbotsford Canucks on Wednesday. But after that Wednesday game, they'll be hitting the road, heading to Iowa for a couple games against them. On Friday, they start that little away stand with Iowa. Looking at some other teams that are in the Ducks pipeline, we've got to talk about Beckett Seneca. This man is on fire for Oshawa. He was leading the charge all season. I think that confidence of getting drafted by the Ducks third overall just completely boosted this kid's confidence and just his hunger to be successful. He has scored 2 goals in the last, and he got an assist in the last game, which is the first playoff game for Ottawa this year. He basically led them to a victory. Awesome to see him just continuing to score. He's got 10 points in his last 10 games. So that one game being a playoff game, but then at the end of regular season, he was basically a point a game there. At the end of the season, they did have a little team awards, and he took the entire show. He got 4 awards from Oshawa, including the 2025 Eric Lindros Top Forward Award, the 2025 Mark Savard Top Scorer Award, the 2025 Fitness Award, and the 2025 3-Star Award. So just a complete domination by Beckett Seneca right now in the OHL. And the Generals, they continue their playoffs on Sunday. Just really great hockey to be watching right now. If you are a prospect fan, or if you just are looking forward to see what is coming up the Anaheim Ducks pipeline, we already got the youth buzzing and going off in Anaheim right now. But looking down at that pipeline, it's just all stars for the Anaheim. Cannot wait to see what comes of all these young players and how their careers take off when they do get into the NHL, and then also what's going to happen in the offseason with Anaheim and what Verbeek has in store for us as a fan base, and seeing if we're going to be heartbroken or elated or what's going to happen. Hopefully we are not the Nashville Predators of next year. So looking forward to the future right now, and we've got a lot of hockey coming still for Anaheim, and we're going to take a look ahead at the week and what is in store for these boys in Orange County. So stay tuned as we go and look at the week ahead after the break. Daylight savings snuck up on us again, and if you're feeling that lost hour of sleep, 5-Hour Energy has your back. The extra sunshine means more time for fun, but sometimes you need a little boost to power through. Whether you're staying up late watching the NCAA tournament, squeezing in a round of golf after work, or just trying to keep up with your busy day, 5-Hour Energy gives you that quick, refreshing pick-me-up whenever you need it. I've been dealing with some family stuff these last couple days, and boy, does that take your energy. But 5-Hour Energy's got my back. I pop one of those and I'm ready to take on whatever the day brings me. So I gotta love some 5-Hour Energy. Make sure you head to 5hourenergy.com to find over 15 flavors to choose from, including watermelon, blue raspberry, my favorite, and peach mango. You can even build your own 12-pack or 24-pack delivered right to your front door. Need one now? Well, grab a 5-Hour Energy shot at your local grocery or convenience store. They are everywhere. Stock up today and stay energized. Okay, now we're going to look at the week ahead for Anaheim as they continue their homestand for a few more games. They finish off the month playing Sunday against the Maple Leafs at home at 5 p.m. Pacific, so a little bit of a matinee game. And if you are in town, headed to the Honda Center, the new Vans collab drops on Sunday. So we got the Lucas Dostal look, the nice little tan ones, and then the Leo Carlsson with his first little shootout win. The goal he scored, it's on the bottom sole of the shoe. So definitely some good choices for the Vans collab on Sunday. Then they're going to start off April with a game against the Sharks on Tuesday, April 1st. And no, that's not an April Fool's joke. They're going to be taking on the youthful team that is the San Jose Sharks. Then they're going to hit the road Thursday, heading off to Western Canada with the game against Calgary. And then Saturday, they'll be in Vancouver. Ducks are currently 18, 16, and 2 at home this season. So they've been doing really well at home. In the last 10, they are 6-3-1. That's the last 10 home games. So they're definitely having success in the Honda Center this year, and they've been dominating as of late. So look for a good game against Toronto and San Jose. Toronto is kind of in a weird position right now. They lost to the Sharks on Thursday in a shootout where Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini had their hands on full display. They were just nasty out there. They made Joseph Wall look silly out there. So got to keep an eye out for those kids. And the Leafs are not going to be too happy about losing to the Sharks. So expect a very, very dominant game from Toronto. The Ducks need to be on top of it. Then that game against the Sharks, like I said, that's going to be a battle of the youth. The Sharks are in a very big rebuild situation, but the kids down there are having a ton of fun. You can see there's a lot of camaraderie amongst the team. So between Eklund and Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini, definitely a lot of talent, and it's going to be a little bit of I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a pond hockey type game between the different youthful teams, but expect a really fun, high scoring game against San Jose. And looking at what's going on, we got obviously Leo Carlsson. He continues to make strides. He's just on fire right now with that 4-point game, couple points on the last game before that. And he's just been rapidly getting points every single game. And his speed's been coming up. The way he approaches his offense has been stepping up. And he is also a massive, massive defensive player. Also, Lacombe, obviously, I've been talking about him a bunch lately, but he's a defenseman. He's one of the younger cats on the team, and he is third in scoring right now for the team. So let that sink in. There's only 2 other players that have higher point streaks or higher points than him, and he's the young defenseman. So this year has been an absolute tear for Lacombe. Love the way that he's been playing. In the last couple games, he's been up on the offense, joining the rush, getting points here and there. So definitely look forward to him being a very strong asset against Toronto and definitely against San Jose. And unfortunately, we have got to talk about the power play. Granted, we get the guys that are out there on the power play, like McTavish. He's been having a record year, obviously, with his first 20-goal season in his career, and he's been heating up in the last 2 games. But on the power play, that is not the place that they've been heating up. It is still struggling. They have not scored a single power play goal in the last 4 games, and they've had 15 chances in those 4 games. So definitely not helping there. They've only got like 4 out of the last 31 chances. So they're struggling. And then on the other side of things with the penalty kill, they've given up at least 1 power play goal in the last 9 games. And that is 10. They've given up 10 power play goals in the last 10 games. One of those games did have 3 power play goals. So definitely not a good look for Anaheim right now when it comes to the special teams. It's just continuing to leak and not scoring on the power play. It has been rough. But when it comes to the 5-on-5 play, they've been doing really well. So they got to continue utilizing the rush chances and the movement in the offensive zone. The Ducks, the last few games, if you've been watching, they have not looked stagnant like they have in previous games. They've been moving. You can see that they're getting hungry. They're actually moving the puck into smart places in the ice. They're putting it tape to tape, and they're actually taking up that middle area of the ice. Defense has been getting up on the rush, and the forwards have been pinching in the right places and covering for the D when they join the rush. So there's been an overall push and jump in the offensive play style of Anaheim, but yet the special teams just need some work. So they definitely have some good opportunities coming up right now for some more points. This is just those types of games at the end of the year where all you can do is really just build confidence for the younger kids. Keep getting those points, keep getting those scores. Don't give up. Don't quit. Just continue to be hungry. And who knows where the end of the season will take them. Doesn't look like it's going to be the playoffs at this point, but at least that good little rush and continue to be hungry and hunt and carry off into the offseason, knowing that you didn't just give up and you didn't end the season with a downward spiral or anything like that. Just continue to build. And that's just going to give them so much more for the offseason, playing in the Worlds and then coming back and training and being more of a well-oiled machine and a very the camaraderie amongst the team just being built. So keep looking forward to the rest of the week and the rest of the games. And like I said, you can always continue to look forward to Locked On Ducks podcast coming your direction. And if you do have an Amazon Fire Stick or the Amazon Fire TV, little heads up for you, you got to check out, look up Anaheim Ducks on their NHL channel, and you'll now find Locked On Ducks on there. We've got a little new sponsorship, so they're putting our content on the Amazon Fire channels. You have to look up the team specifically, and it will pull up for you. So make sure you check it out on the Amazon Fire and continue to like and share and tell all your peeps to subscribe. We got to build the Locked On Ducks family and just have a big group following. We'll just keep locked on with the Ducks as they continue to be locked on with their youth and the way that they keep growing. So thank you for making Locked On Anaheim Ducks your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the Locked On NHL podcast, bringing you the daily league-wide stories that matter with the local coverage you love from Locked On. Find Locked On NHL on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. I am Kyle Carr. You be good out there.